that popcorn on at the microwave, put that extra butter on it, throw some M&Ms in there to treat yourself, and get ready because Scott Larson is bringing the hashtag truth right now.
Hashtag truth podcast. Hashtag truth. Speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. Hashtag truth. Shining light on the underground. Hashtag truth. Uncovering what they don't want known. Hashtag truth. Uncovering what they don't want known. Hashtag truth podcast. We're never alone.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Wednesday night. It's 7 p.m. You know what that means. It's time for hashtag truth. Tonight, I have the one, the only, Mr. Jack Salem. How you doing tonight, sir?
Pretty good, man. Just been an easy week and no problems.
I want to thank you, and I want to thank Mr. Riker, Eric Riker, for getting you to come on at such short notice, man. I appreciate you. I know all you wrestlers are busy, and for you to come on with less than a day's notice, I want to thank you a lot. The other wrestler that I had scheduled for tonight, unfortunately has and this is all I'll say about it, a government job. So the government comes first, if you know what I mean. So we got you on here, and I could not be happier. So let's get right into it with our first segment. We'll be right back in just a second.
Hashtag truth podcast. Hashtag truth. Speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. Hashtag truth. Shining light on the underground. Hashtag truth. Uncovering what they don't want known. Hashtag truth.
All right, this first segment is called Tell Us All About You. I'm going to start it off right away with the first question we ask every wrestler that comes on here, man. What got you into the crazy business of professional wrestling, Mr. Jack Salem?
Jeez. I mean, just from when I was really, really young, just my dad got me all into it. I used to watch it on TV and everything. And then when I first started to get really into it, it was in Kinston, North Carolina, I think. And had a show with Matt Hardy and a couple other people. And seeing that in person really pushed me to okay, this actually seems like something that I would want to do. This seems really fun.
If I had a nickel for every time I've heard Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy's name in the 502 episodes I've done, I just quit hashtag truth. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. They have influenced so many people in this business, man. It is not even funny. I believe it. I believe that you watched them and it was like, okay, that's what I want to do. Oh, here we go. The man of the hour, the man who got you on hashtag truth tonight. He said, you're growing up so fast. We're going to talk about all that in here in just a second. Alexander Polk said, what's up, Scott? What's up, Alex? My man that tells me all about racing right here. I don't know nothing about NASCAR. This guy tells me everything.
Me neither.
Cowboy Bob, the great promoter out there, or one of the announcers out there at SNU. Cowboy Bob is watching. Hello to the best podcast on YouTube. Man, I appreciate that. And speaking of somebody who you know very well, here's Mr. Max Savage. That's my boy. Max, stick around for a little while because about halfway through the show, we're going to watch my man right over here wrestle you right here live on hashtag truth. So we're going to watch that match. And you came out on the wrong end of the stick because I watched it already, but you might want to chime in and talk a little bit. Eric Riker said NASCAR equals a lot of left turns. You've been watching too many guys with puppets on their hands, man. I'm just saying, Eric, just saying. But all right. So who was the first person you contacted when you realized you wanted to be a professional wrestler, man? Who was that first guy that you got? Did you have friends in the wrestling business, or did you just find a school, or how did you actually get into it? I can understand you went to a show and you saw Matt and Jeff Hardy and that you knew that's what you wanted to do, but who was the person who got you in the door?
So I didn't really know any like wrestlers like around like where I live or anything. And so I became like a mutual friends with one wrestler, Luna Jade. I think that was.
Okay.
And then I went took English. I went to go to wrestling school, Southern House of Wrestling, the show.
Okay.
Trained there with the trainer Fuego, and that's how I.
Fuego? Oh man. Now, if you train with Fuego, I know you know how to do a move or two, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's a great guy. Robert Brown, I told you before the show he was going to show up, Lafayette, Indiana, in the house. I was talking about you, Robert. It was all good stuff, though. Trust me, it was good. I just told him before the show that if I don't ask the questions, you will, sir. So you're my backup. You're my sidekick. So you get it. You get yourself in the door and you start training. Was there any time during your first training, because you're training every day, no matter how long your career is? What was it like the first time you walked into train to actually do it? Did you think you were just going to go in, learn how to do moves? What was your first day of training like, man?
First day of training, it was like March of 2022.
Okay.
And I was just like, you know what? Let me go ahead and get in here, just run around. And the moment I hit those ropes, I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to train up for this. Just the ropes, the mat, everything. Because I thought, like, yeah, it doesn't look that painful. No.
Oh, this isn't bad till you get that first bump and you hit your back and it's like, oh, people who look at wrestling and call it fake or call it, they're just acting in there and blah, blah, blah. They need to go to a training school for one day. And I guarantee you that will all go away.
It hurts so bad. The cardio, everything.
Robert Brown said, thanks, Scott. No thanks needed, man. I love you coming on the show. See, here we go. Since you did that, Scott, I'm going to do it right off the bat. Jack Salem, what kind of music do you like? And I'm going to let you do the follow-up. I will do the follow-up. What kind of music do you like, man?
I mean, all around everything. Like a little bit of rap, country, heavy metal, just about all around everything.
Okay, well, since you said rap, and I know the backup question for Robert Brown, do you like some Tupac?
Yeah. I'll listen to a decent amount of Tupac. I mean, it just depends on the mood, or if I'm working out or just wanting to relax, listen to music.
And that's my favorite question to ask, man. When you're in the gym, you're working out, or you're going out running, doing cardio or whatever, what's that go-to song that gets you pumped up that's on your iPod?
It's hard to pick exactly one.
If you had to pick one song to work out to, man, if you were told we can only play one song over the intercom, man, or one song could only play in your headphones, man, what would the song be? Come on. Give us a good one.
Probably, honestly, the one song that I would say, like, if I had to choose one of everything, it would probably be, what is the name of it? It's by Ice Nine Kills.
Okay. Max Savage said you're his boy. I forgot that one. I'm sorry.
You're good. I forgot the name of it exactly, but it's the one with Ice Nine Kills, and it's the song where they did the one with Hannibal Lecter, like the little. I completely forgot. Meet and Greet.
There you go. I got you. Robert Brown wants to know, who was your favorite wrestler growing up?
My favorite wrestler growing up, I can't pick a favorite because, like, it's different stuff for different people. Like, for like character work, one of my favorites is Raven. For like promo skills, would probably be early Shawn Michaels, and for wrestling skill, probably Kurt Angle.
Very good. Very good. Kurt was definitely you're talking about Hall of Famers all the way around. Robert Brown said, yo, Jack, did you watch any anime growing up?
A little bit. Probably the one anime, like the two animes that I will go back to is um, Death Note and Tokyo Ghoul. Those are the two that I will go back and forth with.
Okay, my dad's on here. Yes, how you doing, Dad? Do you have a favorite finishing move? He wants to know. What is your finishing move? Let's start with that. What is your finishing move?
So right now I'm working on something new where you go from a clothesline, you bring them down to a backbreaker, and then pick them up, and it's a spinning forearm to the back of the neck. There's that one. And then the other one that I like to use is you go from a sling blade to a backstabber.
Okay, okay. So if you want to tap somebody out, what is your favorite move to use?
Favorite one to use is probably a Dragon Sleeper.
Okay, I can't be mad at that. Robert Brown said, "How you doing, Marvin?" they talk amongst themselves in our group too, man. We got a lot of people that come back for almost every show. My dad's one of them. Robert is definitely one of them. So I want to thank everyone for coming on tonight. We got like 9 people watching right now. And if you guys want to ask Jack Salem anything, you can. You want to leave a comment, you already see I show every comment on there. If you guys like the show and you're a wrestler, share it to all your wrestling friends. If you're a wrestler, promoter, referee, or what have you, you want to be on #Truth, hit me up on my Facebook page and I'll give you a date. Jack didn't even know he was going to be on tonight. Jack got up this morning and had no idea he was going to be on #Truth this morning, but he is. So, and we want to thank him, man. Thank you, Jack. Robert Brown wants to know, do you have a match coming up?
Yes, I do. This Saturday, actually, July 13th, in Estonali, Georgia. Forgot the address, but the company is SWA. It's going to be a tag team steel cage match. Me and Riker versus Forewarned.
Okay. I think I can go grab that. I think I know the poster. I think it's green. I'll go grab that poster during one of the commercials. That way we can talk about it later in the show again. Right. But Robert wants to know how I'm feeling. I'm feeling pretty good. If my mouth and my teeth and all that will do, get better and better, the better I'll be. So you can see I'm talking a lot better and I'm feeling a lot. Thanks for asking, man. I appreciate that. Now, Jack, I'm a guy who does investigations. So the minute Riker hits me up and says, "Hey, man, I want this guy to come on. Would you let him come on? His name is Jack Salem." I was like, "Sure, no problem, man." So I go straight to your Facebook page, and I'm looking down, scrolling down, and first thing I saw was you are part of a faction. Let's talk about that faction right here. Tell everybody the name of the faction and how you got involved with it.
Name of the faction, RWO, Riker's World Order.
Okay.
The way I got involved with that,
now I can tell you guys this is just a few of them. There are more. I'm going to show a picture right here. There are more than just these folks, but this is an older picture too. And you're going to notice a Hall of Famer in the back too. It's part of the RWO. Check this out.
Yep.
That's look who's in front. I don't know who that is.
Got myself.
I have no clue.
Got myself, Riker, Ace, George South, too many others to count. But the way I got involved with it was going doing matches at AWS, which was down there in Orangeburg, South Carolina. I wasn't really doing a whole lot. Then me and a former member of RWO, Mateo Ramirez, me and him had a match. Unfortunately, I lost that match. But Riker, Ace, they came out. They gave me the opportunity to bring my career, to make my career more than what it already was. Because I was just starting out, just trying to get my nose in the business.
I'm going to say this, and I'll probably regret it, because I'm a manager, and one of the guys I manage faces Riker a whole heck of a lot. But be careful, sir. Riker might give you a few false dreams right there. I'm just saying. He's a great guy. Not saying he's not. Great wrestler. Not saying he's not. But be careful about Riker saying he's going to give you the world now. I'm just, just be careful is all I'm saying.
Me and Riker, we butted heads a couple times. Just a whole lot of stuff. But one thing I can say about the whole group and Riker especially, just from the day that I joined to right now in this moment, just everything that they have helped me accomplish and then helped me with my career, I thank them for that. That is one thing that I really can appreciate about Riker and the entire group of RW.
Right. I just tease people. Everybody knows Riker, even though Riker's probably laughing in a chair somewhere watching this. He knows I'm kidding with him. He knows he's a great guy. Even though he beat my guy for his title at See No Evil Wrestling, I still owe you one, Riker. I ain't gonna lie, man. I even fell on my butt because of that match and everything. Yeah, I'm watching you, Riker. It's all good. But let's get back to some of these comments, man, because they're coming kind of fast. Robert said, "You ever find out about that stalker?" Nope, he quit. He just quit sending me videos and all that. So I think we got rid of him, man. Robert wants to know, what year did you get into business?
The year I got into the business was, I started going into it February of 2022.
Okay, and then you started training. When was your first match? Your first legit, you get paid for it match?
First match where I got paid and everything was March of 2023, I think.
So you did a good amount. You did a good, 6, 7, 8 months of training before you even got in the ring? That's pretty good. A lot of people these days won't even go that far, but I'm glad to hear that, man. And like I said, you train. I mean, you're around Riker and that group and everybody. They're always, going over things and doing things. So I know you're surrounded by a lot of great guys. Cowboy Bob has a really good question. He said, "What is the idea of how'd the makeup happen?"
Well, makeup happened because the original thing of how I started wrestling, I was like, hey, the Crow and Joker seems kind of cool. And then as soon as
there's a lot of people that want to do characters behind the Crow and the Joker, man, but a lot of them don't know how to do. And I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying there's a lot of people that and if you could pull it off, it's cool. But you got to be yourself too. You can't just be them. You know what I'm saying?
And when I started doing it, and this is also bringing up Riker. When I started doing it, everybody there in the locker room, everyone's like, "Hey, what's up, Mini Riker?" When I was doing
no,
that nickname,
you don't ever want to be called somebody else. That's not a good thing.
But then I stopped. I'm going away from the face paint. I'll only bring it back because I'll do, instead of the Crow or Joker, I'll do more of a death metal type face paint.
Right.
That's only for really, really big title matches or big pay-per-views.
Okay, I got you. Bree said, "How you doing, Scott and Jack? How you doing, Bree? Welcome to #Truth." And these guys are all watching this on YouTube. You don't have to watch us on YouTube. We are also on X. We are also on Facebook under my name. But I'm glad you guys are all on YouTube. While you're on YouTube, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Tell all your friends, have them come. Let's all have a big party here. My dad wants to know, what's your favorite city or place to wrestle in?
I'm gonna be biased, around my hometown, North Carolina area, because it feels like home to me.
So do you have one special place, like the first place you wrestled? I mean, you're not being I mean, I'm honest with people, man. When it comes to, wrestling places, the first place that let me in as #Truth as a member, everybody knows HWA is my home. Now I've got other places that I love, See No Evil Wrestling, and other places, but there's no, the first place that usually gives you your break is usually, the first place you call out. I'm not saying you have to do that, but Do you have any specific place that you feel more comfortable than others?
Probably like it's a little bit of a tie between Gastonia, North Carolina, and Estonali.
Okay.
Gastonia, North Carolina, because it's my hometown, the crowd, I kind of know most of the people. But when it comes to Estonali, Georgia, that's a new crowd, new people, and that gives me different opportunities to perform in front of different people, get different opportunities.
Gotcha. Now, if I mispronounce this name, my man, please don't get upset. I'm thinking it's Zilla's. Zilla said, "My man Jack is going places."
Yes, yeah, that's my friend, that's my buddy Sebastian. He's
Okay.
actually a wrestler at the Southern House of Wrestling, the show with Fuego. And from what I've seen of him, really good guy. Me and him have known each other for a little while.
Okay. Cowboy Bob wants to know, and Cowboy Bob's giving me some good questions. Robert, you might have a challenge for my sidekick, man. You're slowing down a little bit. Cowboy Bob said, "Have you been injured in the ring?"
Minor injuries, like the only like thank God nothing has been like major, but the only thing is like a dislocated thumb and a broken toe. That's the only things, and hopefully that is the only things that it stays.
I broke my toe too, but I ain't gonna talk about it. It coming out of a ring. I couldn't even walk out of a ring. I fell out of it. That's just too funny. Yeah. And what's even worse was it was during a show and there was two commentators. They were actually doing like a TV taping, and one of the commentators yelled, "Man down."
Dang.
It was bad. It was bad. But I laugh about it. It's funny. Zilla said Victor Guerrero sends, that's his name. There you go. Victor Guerrero sends his regards to Jack Salem. There you go. Have you ever, is Victor a wrestler himself?
Yes.
Have you ever wrestled him?
Not like during a show or anything, but like at training when I was there, like me and him would have like little here and there matches. And one thing that I really liked about working him is that I'm like, me and him are about the same size and everything. So that gives an opportunity to do more of the faster pace matches, but also gives the opportunity of doing something instead of working on the mat. That gives us more opportunity to do like bigger spots, different things to work around whenever
So
we.
do you enjoy wrestling a guy who is more your size more than you do a bigger guy?
I prefer to like wrestle people like around my size, but when it comes to taller or bigger people, that's a little bit more of a challenge to work around. But since I'm able to figure out like, okay, how tall they are and everything, that gives me that.
I mean,
little
it's
bit.
basically cutting down the tree, ain't it? I mean, I'm not a wrestler. I'm just asking as a fan. It's basically cutting down the tree. You're a little guy. You got to use your speed versus his power. Most big guys are power. You know, it's basically cutting down the tree. Take his legs out, you know, stuff like that. But some people just don't get that. And you know, and there's nothing wrong with that if you have to wrestle, but it prevents you from getting a lot of bookings if you can't do both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because actually, like my first my first match in front of like a decently big crowd was against Ben Insane.
Okay.
And like since that was my like first match in front of a decent crowd, I was kind of iffy about it. But now since I've gotten used to working bigger and smaller people, I'm able to tweak to where I'm like, okay, I either need to speed up a little bit or figure out how to get around them or get away from them.
I got you. Cowboy Bob, another great question. How difficult is it traveling when you work the independent business?
It's not very, very difficult, but it's just tiring. Because, like, whenever you go hours away, you won't get back till, like, early the next morning.
Yeah, most shows are usually around 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock start time, and then it's 10, 11, midnight by the time it ends. Then if you're 2, 3, 4 hours away, you're getting home in the wee hours of the morning. I can understand that without a doubt. I mean, we traveled to a few shows, and thank God See No Evil Wrestling, the one Cowboy Bob is, they start kind of early, so we get back, you know, pretty decent time. But there are some shows that start, 7, 8 o'clock. It's a 2-hour drive for us to get there. We're getting home here as a fan at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? And so I can imagine how it is with you guys, because you guys are working and you're trying to better yourself and stuff like that. So you want to stick around for the whole show to be respectful. And I can understand that, man. Zilla says, never had a bad match with Jack, 9 out of 10. We get jealous looks from the guys around us. I'd lace up a pair any day to wrestle Jack. There you go. Bree said, how are you, Scott? Guys, I'm doing great. I love that everybody's asking me, but let's make this all about Jack tonight. He came on short notice. Let's ask all the questions to Jack. I'm doing great. My teeth's better. They're getting better. I'm talking kind of funny. You hear a little lisp because I don't have teeth where they used to be, but I'm doing great, guys. Kate Howard said, hello from Cowboy Bob's wife. Oh, hello, Mrs. Cowboy Bob. What titles have you held? And I know for a fact that one time you've held 2. I don't know if you still do, but
I have won. I've won the SCW No Limits Championship, the SCW Tag Team Championships, the AWS House of Pain title, and then most recently the AWS United States Championship.
Okay, there you go. Without a doubt. Thank you for the question, Kate. Keep asking them. Don't let Cowboy Bob don't let Cowboy Bob say you can't do it. Let you get on here and you ask all the questions you want, man. My dad said, what's been your roughest match so far?
My roughest match, for me, just roughest being a match that was just bad.
Roughest. Okay, let's ask in 2 different ways, because I understand what you're saying. Let's say, who is the most difficult? Who is your biggest enemy? That's number 1. Who's your biggest enemy?
Probably Lazarus Black.
Oh, snap. You have wrestled Lazarus Black, Mr. Deathmatch?
Yes, multiple times.
Oh, okay. Now that just changed the whole ball game, Jack. That just changed the whole ball game for me. But and then we can go the other way where, who is the hardest guy you would fought in the ring to win? Is it still him?
The hardest, probably still him. It's just from his deathmatch experience, it is just tiring and just you're sore. So the day after and everything.
Lazarus Black will bring it to you. I've known Lazarus for quite a few years now, and I've watched him many times in person. As a matter of fact, I've managed some people that went up against Lazarus and got their butts whooped. So he's a great guy. Cowboy Bob said I watched one of their matches this morning. There you go.
And just another one that I can probably say, just not even just the person, but just the match in general, was the unsanctioned I Quit match I had with Riker. That would be one that was really rough.
Now, I know you had a great match with with Max Savage, and we're going to watch that here in a little bit. But you saying that kind of makes me wish that we'd watched one of those that you had with Lazarus. I would have really liked. I think we would have really enjoyed those. We're going to bring you back at a later time, and you're a little bit down the road, and I'm going to especially ask you to let's watch one of those matches, because
all right.
There's never a bad Lazarus Black match. I'm telling you, I love the guy. So, all right, guys, let's see. All right, we got all the comments caught up. So let's go ahead and go right into our next little segment. Let's watch you promo. Since I couldn't find a singles promo, we're going to watch the RWO do a promo as soon as we get back from the intro. We'll be right back, folks.
Hashtag Truth Podcast. Hashtag Truth. Speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. Hashtag Truth. Shining light on the underground. Hashtag Truth. Uncovering what they don't want to know. Hashtag Truth.
Alright, so we're gonna check out these photos that they sent. Pay attention. This is merch. So we're gonna see what they took. That way we know what ones we're selling and what ones we can trash, because you know how bad that person is. That one will be all right. What do you think? That'll be...
We need to flash them.
Wait a minute.
Flash should have been on that one. Does my horn look good in that one?
Hold on, man. How did you even get in the picture?
It's
It was
magic.
us.
Did you not see the
How did you even get back here?
bubbles and magic?
I
took a
told y'all.
taxi here first.
I told you that's where the bubbles was coming from. I knew there was something with it.
Wait, hold on.
Dude,
When we was getting our picture, something like I seen something.
What are you
It was
doing?
crazy.
Again.
Did you not see the bubbles? Oh, what's that?
Yeah.
Is that edible?
You know what?
Fruit by the foot.
We gotta talk to you for a little bit. We'll be back. Come on.
See y'all on the next one.
I like Riker. I love Riker. He's like, well, you're busy. We'll come back in a minute. That's great. But when you guys, do you guys try to show up to as many shows as you can? Great promo, by the way. That was very entertaining. And I have to give it to, I'm trying to think of his name, the guy that you taped up.
Dynamic Dexter.
There you go, Dexter. Yeah, he did a great job in there too. The whole premise of it, there's actually a couple parts to that promo if you guys go and watch it on Jack's page. The first premise is that you actually see him setting up the camera and hiding behind the green screen. And then the next one is the one you just saw. That was kind of the middle one. And that it's just a great setup. Do you guys usually try to go to shows together where there is the group of you for RWO, or is it just if you show up, that's when you decide to be the RWO group?
Most of the shows, we try and have the entire group there. The only times we might show up separate is if one of us is booked at a different show or vice versa.
Okay, I got you. So this is probably a question I could answer myself, but I'm going to ask it anyway. An obvious answer. So you guys would rather prefer to tag together and make the RWO a storyline as part of the show than to separate you guys and do whatever or fight each other. You ever had a time where you showed up and maybe somebody didn't show up and the booker came up and goes, man, I ain't got no choice. You guys have to fight each other. Have you ever ran into that?
Surprisingly, I'm happy that we have not.
I'm glad to hear that. It will happen. I guarantee you go to enough shows, it's going to happen. And then you guys are going to have to spin something. And that's what Riker's smart enough. And you guys get together. I'm pretty sure you're smart enough to figure out a storyline to, weasel your way out of that. But, it's going to happen. Where do you see yourself in 5 years, man? What is your goal for in wrestling in 5 years? Where do you want to be?
Honestly, I'm wanting, hopefully, to go to bigger promotions, even if it's not like a WWE, AEW, TNA, or Ring of Honor. If it's bigger promotions or something.
Bigger promotions. Are you talking about more like TV taping type promotions?
Yeah, to get that opportunity to get my name out there more. Because
to just throw one out there, like OVW, Ohio Valley Wrestling.
Exactly.
I got you. That makes a lot of sense, man. I mean, that's a good path to go, man. If that's the path you want to take. A lot of people just, hey, in 3 years I look to be in WWE. That don't happen to too many folks, ladies and gentlemen. Less than 1%, and there are trust me when I tell you, there are a ton of independent professional wrestlers, and less than 1% makes a WWE, AEW. And once you're in, as you can see from the rosters, you usually don't go away. You might spend 5 years at one of these places, go to another TV place, and then bounce back and forth for 20 years or whatever. And that's, but you got to get your foot in the door, and that's what everybody's trying to do. And that's what I'm trying to help everybody do. I hope you make it, Jack. That would be really cool to watch. Have you ever, when you're in the ring, do you like calling your own matches, or are you one of the guys who like calling the matches before you get in? You get it with the guy and you're like, hey, there's a couple of moves I want to do. What do you want to do? Or do you just call it when you get in the ring?
A little bit of both. Like, cause whenever I'm doing the match, I like to know, okay, how are we gonna start this? What are the bigger stuff? And then what is the finish? Everything else, I like to talk about it in the ring. Whatever happens, we'll work with it.
Okay, I got you. I like that. Everybody stop asking questions. We haven't lost anybody, so they're listening intently. As a matter of fact, we've gained some people. But if you guys have any questions for Jack or comments, please put them in the comment section. You know what to do, and we'll put them up here. Have you got anybody in independent professional wrestling in our area that you haven't wrestled yet that you want to wrestle?
One person in particular that I can think of is Luke Fury.
Oh, big name in our area. That he is a young guy about your size. Let me tell you, he is wrestling all over the place in North Carolina. He's too young still to be in South Carolina. He's gaining all this experience in North Carolina. And trust me, the day that kid gets 18, wow, the floodgates are going to open, man. So I can see why you'd want to wrestle him, man. I really do. It's always great to have a guy like that under your belt. Is there any championship out there you would like to go after that you haven't obtained?
Honestly, any world title, because I would like to have that accolade on.
So you want to be the face of a company? Is that what you're saying? You want to bring all that? What am I looking for? You want all that stress to be the main guy on the roster, right?
I would love to have a world title, even with the stress. That would just make me have to push myself more and more to show everyone and to show myself that I am worthy of holding that big of a championship.
Cowboy Bob said, I'd like to see that match. Bree Stone said, what was one of your funniest moments throughout your career?
Funniest moments? There's two. One of them was, they both involve Dump Truck and Squeaks. Squeaks the Clown.
Oh, ICT. Okay.
Just one match where me and him, it was me and Aaron Jacobs versus Squeaks and Dump Truck. Like, it was the whole thing with Austin Powers. Like, he had me in a bear hug. I got down titty twister, and it was like, my titties, and yelled that across the entire room.
Has Squeaks ever done the balloon thing with you? Any of the balloon things? Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't say on here because we are a PG show, but Squeaks does some things with balloons and he sticks them in your mouth, and it's funny when you see it, but then it's like, oh my gosh, what did we just witness? I can understand why he's saying Squeaks the Clown, man. Ice Cream Truck is one of the I've never went to a place where Ice Cream Truck was at where they didn't get chants and they didn't get cheered or booed depending on which side of the aisle they were on. But yeah, Squeaks is just one of them guys, man. My dad wants to know, what do you think of lady referees?
They're fine by me. I've done a few matches where there were female referees, and it's just same thing as male referees. Give the same opportunity to different people.
I got you. I like that answer. Zilla said when we were talking about where you want to be, go big or go home. I got you. Well, speaking of go big or go home, we're going to hit a 2-minute commercial. So bathroom break if y'all want it. Go get you something to drink, come back. We're going to play this SNEW commercial for their show coming up July 20th. And then when we come back out of that, we're going to watch Jack Salem wrestle Mr. Max Savage together. So we'll be right back.
Feel the heat rising up high in the ring under the sky. So much sweat, so much pain, only glory will remain.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. SNEW, July 20th out of Gastonia, North Carolina at the VFW. Doors open 4 o'clock. Bell time is 5 o'clock. You don't want to miss that show. As my guy in the comment section, Cowboy Bob says, if you got plans, break them. You want to be there for that show. Now, set us up, Jack Salem, for what we're about to see. I'm not going to do the intros, but you guys are in the ring. Tell us what this is all about, because I see 2 championships in the ring.
Yes. This was the Logan Guns Memorial Tournament.
Okay.
Logan Guns was a former member of RWO. Unfortunately, he has passed. But
Okay.
with everything, this was a tournament for him. And it was for the SCW United States title. That's the one of the titles that the ref is holding. The other one is the AWS House of Pain Championship.
Okay.
And
There
with
we go.
with this match, with everything, the entire tournament was up with a coin flip. So we didn't know who was going to win, lose, or anything. It was all up to chance.
You are getting jacked up. Now you're going up against Max Savage. Tell us a little bit about Max Savage in this match.
Yeah. Great worker. Me and him have worked each other a couple times. And every time I've had no complaints. He's a good listener with everything, man. Just with this match, especially, emotions were high and everything, but he was able to just listen, walk everything through, and the match went smooth.
Now, as you guys can see on the on the ring post, it says UCW. This is at Underground Championship Wrestling, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I love the referee you guys have in the ring. Good friend of mine. Got you in a front, like, chokehold or face lock. Oh, got you in the corner. Got him in the corner.
Got him, and
Oh, telling the ref to move. Oh, okay. Big knee to the face. Oh, okay. I like the action. Nonstop. There you go. Hold him out. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Up and over? Nope. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't watched the whole match. I only watched like the first 3 minutes of it. So, oh. That didn't look like that felt good.
it hurt a decent amount.
Now, I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you see part of the crowd over here. There's another section over on the other side of the VFW here that has, the crowd over. The crowd was pretty loud during this match. I ain't going to lie. They were chanting for both of you. Slinged you up into the corner. Oh, big lariat. Uh-oh.
I hate chops. Oh, I hate them.
Oh, right there. Good one. I'm sorry I can't use sound, ladies and gentlemen, because YouTube and X are really bad about crowd noise. To them is music. It makes no sense. I don't know why, but I'm tired of dealing with them. And it's better this way because we can ask Jack questions and talk about his match and stuff like that. So you guys, while we're watching, if you have questions or comments, you can still comment and question. I can still put them up on the screen. See, just like that. So you guys are kind of going back and forth, feeling each other out. You're getting the crowd all riled up.
Yeah, trying to do everything.
Bree wants to know while we're watching you, what is your dream match?
Dream match, it would probably be either Will Ospreay or
a lot of people say Will Ospreay.
Will
I like
Ospreay
that.
or I would have loved to do it, but the late great Bray Wyatt.
Oh wow. Oh, he just ran you into. I've never seen anybody run somebody into the rails out there. That was the first time. Oh, he came down so hard on you. He left his own feet. What is if you had to pick a stipulation for a match, what is your favorite stipulation?
Probably either a false count anywhere or first blood.
Oh, he's got you. He's got you. Oh, kicked out of it. Okay. Oh, big knee to the back of the head. I know that didn't feel good. Both of you guys have been going kind of nonstop. Oh, you lifted his leg up and helped him out at the same time. Okay. I bet he was saying thank you after that.
Thought I had him, but
too close to the ring ropes.
yep.
Oh, okay. Oh, big right hand. Shoot you across. Oh, pop-up power bomb. But he has got no energy to go over and give to pin you. Refs counting both of you. It's up to 6. 7. Oh. Max is up to his feet. Uh-oh. He's waiting on you. Oh, cut her out of nowhere. Okay. I see you. And gets the win. Nice. Very nice. Cut her out of nowhere for the win. Now, what is this championship they're about to hand you?
The SCW United States title.
So at that time, you've had both. Do you still have both, or did you?
I do not have both.
Okay.
Now, this last show, because what we do up in Gastonia, the ring was UCW's, but we do the AWS SCW shows up there as well.
Okay.
We didn't have our ring at the time.
Okay.
But we went ahead, did that match, and I won. And then I lost the AWS House of Pain title to JC Wolf.
Ah, okay. I got you. There we go. We're back. Good match. I enjoyed that a lot. That cutter out of nowhere. How did it feel to hit that cutter, man, and get the 3 count? How does it feel when you win a match, man?
You can't really describe the feeling. Like, it's just the only way that I can really describe it the best is just that wave of just contentment to where you're like, okay, I got it done. I did what I had to do to get that win.
I got you. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right into our next segment because we've got about 10, 15 minutes left in the show. That was Let's Watch Us Wrestle. We're going to go right into my favorite part of the show right after this quick commercial break from Retro Toys and Collectibles. We're going to go into Name Drop. I'm going to show Jack Salem 5 names of wrestlers that he should know, and he's going to tell us a little something about them. And this is always my most fun part of the show. So right after this quick commercial, we will come back and do Name Drop. Let me find the commercial. There we go. Be right back.
This is 4-Foot Batman. And 4-Foot Batman knows the home of great collectibles at awesome prices. Retro Toys and Collectibles, movie memorabilia, Magic the Gathering cards, wrestling figures, Hot Wheels, the always popular Funko Pops, and much, much more. He knows the Hall of Collectibles is located in downtown Cherryville, North Carolina, at 400 East Main Street. Give them a call today, 980-989-5181. Retro Toys and Collectibles, the heavyweight champion in collecting.
Hashtag Truth Podcast. Hashtag Truth. Speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. Hashtag Truth. Shining light on the underground. Hashtag Truth. Uncovering what they don't want known. Hashtag Truth.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and as you can see, it's up on the screen. It's my favorite part of the show. It's called Name Drop. 5 names. We're going to start it off hot. I know you know this guy for sure, Mr. Ace Harris.
Ace Harris. Just from like tagging with him and just like had like a little mini rivalry with him. Great worker. Just all I can really say is good things about him. I mean, there's nothing. I've never had any issues with him.
Now, you mentioned this guy for just a brief moment earlier in the show, but I want to hear a little bit more. Let's go to Mateo Ramirez.
Mateo Ramirez. Me and him, I've had a couple matches back and forth. Amazing worker. And actually, July 27th at the VFW in Gastonia, North Carolina, AWS SCW, I will be facing Mateo for the AWS United States Championship.
Okay, there you go. I like it. I like it. That way to get a promo out there too. I love it. All right, name number 3 on the list. They're gonna keep getting better.
All right. Oh,
Barbershop.
Oh, the history with me and him.
Tell us about it.
Just from backstage and then in ring. Like with anything. Just amazing worker, amazing work ethic.
But he gets under your skin out in the ring. Come on, be honest.
Little bit. But
He's a hard one to beat too. He's very, very good.
yeah,
Without a doubt. All right, here's my main man that I love to hate, but I want to hear what you have to say about him, Mr. Eric Riker, who is holding a belt that he shouldn't be holding right now. I'm just saying, Eric. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Eric Riker.
You can talk bad about him. I give you permission.
One of my really, really good friends. Just all the matches, all the traveling me and him have done. Just like it's like a brotherly bond with me and him. We might like a lot of times we might not see eye to eye, but there's always the respect between both of us. I will always with anything, I'll always defend his name because he is the person that has given me the most opportunities out of anyone.
There you go. I like it, man. And the last one, I don't mean to tug on anybody's heartstrings, but you mentioned him shortly during the wrestling match, and I had to. Mr. Logan Guns.
Logan Guns, man, just from the group, him being my hired gunman, and just from the first show that I ever done in Gastonia was up against him. Amazing dude. Just miss him every single day. Just whenever we go up there to Gastonia, it just does not feel the same without him. Just all the tag matches. The first time I won the SCW Tag Team Championships was with him. We faced Akbar and his other tag partner. I cannot remember his name off the tip of my tongue, but just amazing guy and just was gone too soon.
Right, without a doubt. And it always happens to the best of them too, man. Always the great guys, man, without a doubt. So that was Name Drop, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you playing along, man. I really do. It's always fun. Let me go ahead and get my regular background back up. There we go. And man, it has been a great night. a great interview, Jack. We appreciate you coming on. Especially I'm talking, ladies and gentlemen, it was like 4 hours ago that we hit Jack up, me and Riker, and said, "Hey, let's get you on the show," because the guy that I did have scheduled, like I said, he had work issues. So, and I can't fault him for that, man. Your shoot job and your family always comes before this. I have no problem with that whatsoever, because I'm telling you, I've had to stop my show many times for being sick and things happening in my life. So if I didn't understand, that would be totally just wrong of me. Jack, I want to ask you to come back at a later time, man. I enjoyed talking. Is there any shout outs you want to make? And before you leave us, I'm going to go ahead and play the last little clip. We will see y'all both soon, said Cowboy. Okay. And my dad said, get this gentleman back on soon. So that's his seal of approval. Thank you, Dad. Without a doubt. So we're going to go ahead and play the last little intro, and you're going to tell us where to find you after this, and then we're going to say goodbye to everyone.
Hashtag Truth Podcast. Hashtag Truth. Speaking truth. Yeah, we'll never back down. Hashtag Truth. Shining light on the underground. Hashtag Truth. Uncovering what they don't want known. Hashtag Truth.
All right, there you go. Where can, if you're an owner, promoter, or a fan, where can we see where Jack Salem's going to be at?
On my Facebook, all my social medias, Jack Salem. Instagram, Jack _Raven _Salem. Facebook, Jack Salem. YouTube, Jack Salem. All my social medias, anything. If you ever need to hit me up, just go on social media, type in Jack Salem, and I might be one of the first ones to pop up.
If go on YouTube and put in Jack Salem. If his matches don't pop up, put Jack Salem Wrestler. I did that, and they popped right up, and there was a whole ton of them. So, yes, if you want to see this guy wrestle before you go out and pay to see him wrestle, which I'm telling you to do, you need to do, because if Riker tells me this kid can wrestle, I believe him. So, you guys want to go out and definitely check out Jack Salem. Tell us where you're going to be at your next couple of shows, or at least your next show.
Next one's the one up this upcoming Saturday, Estonali, Georgia. And then the rest of them for this month will be in Gastonia, North Carolina, at the VFW Arena.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Jack, it's been great. Like I said, we want to have you back. Ladies and gentlemen, go out and check out Jack Salem. Go check out the RWO. Everywhere they show up, they wreak havoc, but a good kind of havoc. You want to boo them loud and proud, because I do. I'll just be honest with you. But if you want to check them out, go on Jack Salem. Go on his Facebook page where I did, and you'll see all kinds of shenanigans that they're getting into. But you definitely want to go check out Jack. He's an up-and-comer, and that is the hashtag truth. And we will see you guys Friday night, 7 p.m. Same bat time, same bat channel.